First of all, do you guys just see how nice it is in my room? I don't know why I haven't been recording in my room this entire time. I redid my room back in June, but I was like, maybe the lighting wouldn't be that great, but it's actually looking really nice. I like this. Hey guys, it's your girl Brandy, aka Brandy4. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you guys know, I always post Love Island content, and since Love Island has unfortunately ended, I've been just like wondering what should I even talk about, what's the next video I'm gonna make. This time I really decided like, hey, you know what, let me just make one video on this because I just have to address this. I've been seeing just a lot of tweets on Kaz and Tyler, a lot of different opinions. I thought this entire time that everyone was on my side in terms of how they felt about Kaz and Tyler and how strong they were and how strong they appeared. I thought everyone was like the same as me and thought they were the strongest couple to come out of the season of Love Island, season 7. But of course I was wrong. As we all know, Liam and Millie won season 7 by a landslide, surprisingly. I'm actually surprised that that even happened. Did not expect it. At first I definitely thought Chloe and Toby were going to win because everyone kind of just fell in love with them, to be quite honest. They had huge redemption arc. Toby had huge character development. It just looked like they were going to win. However, I did still think Kaz and Tyler were the strongest out of the 4 couples. Still don't understand how Faye and Teddy got to 3rd place, but that is a discussion for another time. The reason I wanted to talk about Kaz and Tyler today is because, as we all know, they are both black. This is actually the first black couple to have reached the finals of Love Island UK. And we've seen Justine from Love Island USA reach the finals, first black woman to win the Love Island franchise. However, we've never seen something of this nature from the UK. We've never seen a black woman make it this far, which is very surprising on its own. For black people who are huge fans of the UK's Love Island, you know, we were just super excited for Kaz, even though we knew in the back of our head that the UK does not support black women, period. So we figured that she wasn't going to win. However, the backlash I'm seeing from Fiat 500 Twitter, from White UK, I don't know what's going on. I'm actually genuinely concerned for these people because it actually truly makes no sense. And that's why I wanted to make this video real quick. So let's get into it. So for a quick background, I wanted to do a little recap on Kaz and Tyler's story. So Kaz Kamwi is introduced to us as an OG girl, first episode. She's the first black woman to come on this season of Love Island season 7. And once again, as black women, fate always is on the first episode. We see that she hasn't been picked, she has to pick last, and eventually she couples with Toby, who's a mixed race man who was once a child. Before he had his redemption arc. We clearly, as black women, we all, you know, were kind of scared for Kaz because we saw what Justine from USA had to go through with Caleb, a mixed race man, that they were great and then they broke up and it was just a hot mess. Because apparently, you know, he didn't actually like black women like he claimed he did, but another time. I'll talk about that another time. So yeah, of course, black women were on the fence when they saw Kaz and Toby dating, and we saw that Toby was moving at a very slow pace while Kaz, you know, she was just wondering, like, why is he taking so long to kiss me? Why is he taking so long to cuddle me, to be more affectionate with me? And eventually we see that Chloe starts to grow feelings for Toby, and Toby starts to, you know, have those feelings for Chloe. And so Toby eventually leaves Kaz. Kaz, very upset about it. However, she kept her head held high and just kept it pushing because, like, why dwell on a child, you know? yeah. Yeah, she coupled up with Keun Aaron. You know, that was strictly on a friendship basis because Aaron does not like black women, as we all saw. And Kaz just waiting, and then Tyler comes in as a bombshell and immediately reassures Kaz and tells her that he is only into her child, Jamaican? Only into her. And yeah, they just looked really cute, a very attractive couple. Until 4 days later, Casa Moore hits. He's swept to Casa Moore and he starts acting up and he pursues Casa Moore girl Clarice. Irritating, but we'll get into that. You know, brings Clarice back. And he sees that Kaz has also recoupled with Matt, him not knowing that Kaz saw a postcard with him kissing Clarice on it. So, you know, Kaz was like, well, I'm not about to stay here and be single or watch you coupled up with someone else. No. So Kaz was like, let me couple up with someone else myself. Like, because who am I to just, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then long story short, Tyler felt extremely jealous, realized that Clarice is just not on the same level as Kaz, and dumped Clarice immediately. And then Matt dumps Kaz because it's clearly obvious that Kaz is into Tyler, and he knows that, so he dumps her immediately, even though Matt didn't really do much, did not reassure Kaz in the slightest. But we kind of see Kaz and Tyler just become stronger, become closer to each other. He definitely redeemed himself. The communication was opened. You always see him doing acts of service for her, a lot of physical touch. Like, that's their love language, and I noticed that, and I think it's really cute. And yeah, they kind of just became a really strong couple, and it was not because they did very cheesy things. The cheesy thing that they did was he did a whole thing where asking her to be exclusive. That was a little cheesy, ain't gonna hold you, but it's Love Island. You know, they can't really do much in the villa anyway. But otherwise, yeah, they were moving in their own pace. They weren't really following anyone else, and they were very real with the way they were going about things, not putting a label on it immediately because, you know, they're still in the villa at the end of the day. They have to leave. They have to leave and see how they will both be once they're out the villa, once they're in the real world, once all this attention is on them, once they have their phones, you know, all of that. So we see that they're just like a really cute, strong couple. And then, yeah, they make it to the finals and eventually land 4th place. So yeah, that's a little backstory of Kaz and Tyler for those who don't know. That being said, I wanted to just adjust Fiat 500 Twitter and white UK in general just being disgusting and completely racist towards Kaz and Tyler. Sometimes I will hold myself accountable. Sometimes I just throw the word racist around just, you know, just to say it because, you know, I want to support my black people on Love Island. Ain't gonna hold you. I do that sometimes. However, this is not one of those times. Like, I'm actually very furious by the amount of disgusting racist Twitter pages I've seen made about Kaz. I'm like actually fuming. Like, I can't even believe all of this is happening. It actually makes zero sense, and I wanted to address it because a lot has been happening, and it just goes to show once again that black women are not respected at all on Love Island. And I personally think, as much as I love this show, I think the show went downhill when black women were put on the show because the producers, they don't put that many black women on the show. Kaz was the only dark-skinned black woman on this cast. 95% of the women this season were blonde white girls. Blue-eyed, blonde white girls. Why was that? They claimed that this season was going to be the most diverse, yet it was the least diverse. Why was there only one black woman? Come on. But however, we as black women, we have to see that we're clearly not being represented, not being taken fairly. Like, it's just not for us. This show is not for us, and I truly recommend black women to stop going on Love Island because it's just not a good look. Like, it's really not worth it in my eyes. Maybe it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kaz about to have mad brand deals, mad endorsements. She's about to be rich, and I hope that her and Tyler leave Love Island in the past because they just don't need it anymore. They don't need to be attached to the name anymore. That being said, I just don't think that black women should go on the show anymore. All the hate that Kaz got, it was just so unnecessary. First, I wanted to address all the hate that Tyler was getting about him being a game player, him being labeled as a game player. I totally understand, don't get me wrong. When Tyler came back with Clarice back to the villa, I was pissed. I did not like him. I did not trust him. Totally understand. However, why isn't anyone keeping this same energy with Liam? Why isn't anyone keeping this exact same energy with Toby? Liam literally made out with 2 girls at once. Liam literally made out with another girl in bed more than once. But yet he won the show. Y'all weren't saying nothing about Liam, but Tyler, who knew Kaz for only 4 days, brought back a girl. As soon as he brought back the girl, he evidently realized that it was a huge mistake on his part. Why can't we forgive Tyler like we were able to forgive Liam? I don't understand. Why is this narrative that Tyler should not be trusted, that he's playing a game? Why is that narrative? And to me personally, I think it has everything to do with people thinking that Tyler does not find Kaz attractive. It's just crazy to think that anyone would find a black woman attractive. Like, that's what I'm seeing from this. Because it's actually ridiculous. Like, why is it so hard for you guys to why is it so hard to wrap your head around the fact that people might actually be attracted to Kaz over Clarice? I wonder. I really wonder. Then next I wanted to talk about like the audacity of Colorist Clarice. You can just tell when someone is a colorist, but I'm gonna say allegedly. But sis is giving colorist. She's going on her interview tours, just pretty much shading Kaz all around, liking very shady comments about Kaz, insinuating that Tyler was never really attracted to Kaz. He's actually playing a game. Her saying that Tyler was just scared for everyone's reaction, which is why he just eventually recouples with Kaz and dumped her. She's just not used to getting rejected over a black woman. Like, it's clearly obvious. Her light skin instincts, you know, it's kicking in. She's very, very upset about the entire situation. And it's crazy because they haven't even known each other for that long. Why are you so upset? Lily was able to get over the whole Liam and Millie thing in a matter of milliseconds, but yet you are still on the topic, sis. You are still on the topic. And it's really because she's not used to getting rejected. She's not used to being rejected. Yeah, Tyler chose a beautiful dark-skinned black woman over you, honey. Are you upset? Are you upset? It kind of sounds like you're hurt. So yeah, hun, continue to do your press tour and bash Kaz and Tyler, but Kaz about to be making mad money anyway. Tyler is not into you anyways, and there's that. Like, I don't understand where this hate is coming from. I don't understand why you can't just move on. And now you're doing press tours with Aaron looking like a bigger cahoon. Like, it just doesn't. Anyways, last I wanted to talk about the UK's agenda to label Kaz and Tyler as the worst couple in the finals. I just don't understand where this is coming from. For starters, I wanted to talk about Aftersun. I don't usually watch Aftersun because I live in the US, as you know, so I just strictly only watched the Love Island episodes. But since I had gotten a VPN, I watched like the last Aftersun episode where they were basically just all talking about the finalists. And the amount of shade thrown at Tyler and Kaz while everyone else was uplifting Liam and Millie, and Toby and Chloe and Faye and Teddy. I was like, wow. I was just very confused. Laura Whitmore, whatever her name is, I don't understand why she's so biased. Like, you're supposed to be a host. Do your job the right way. You literally influencing the audience to not like Kaz and Tyler, not support them, not trust Tyler's intentions. It's just kind of messed up. And yet, in the same breath, you want to talk about how Liam is great for Millie. That doesn't even make sense. In the same breath, they literally did the same thing. If anything, Liam was much worse towards Millie. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that Liam isn't capable of being forgiven. Like, it is what it is. We forgave all these men at the end of the day. They were all not great, if I'm being quite honest. They're all not great this season. However, it's like, why not keep that same energy with Kaz and Tyler? It makes no sense. But it's obvious why, you know? They refer to them as boring. They call Tyler fake just because he decided to, you know, do a gesture to ask Kaz to be exclusive, but wasn't saying anything when Toby and Chloe weren't even exclusive or in a relationship yet. Ain't say anything when Liam barely asked Millie if they wanted to be exclusive. They didn't say anything. Nothing at all. But yet, all of this hate towards Tyler and Kaz. It just makes no sense. But also, like Laura, keep your opinions to yourself. Do your job. This is why I miss Caroline Flack. Because she would never. She would never. She's just... Laura's very biased, and it's just not a good look. Hey, so one more thing that I totally forgot to address, and please excuse my head wrap, my headscarf, my bad. But basically, I don't like this narrative that Kaz is seen as aggressive. But, you know, of course, black women, they always continue to get this narrative on Love Island that they are being aggressive. For instance, when the whole thing went down where she was defending herself after Tyler had came back from Casa Amor with Clarice, of course she had every right to be upset because Tyler was, you know, feeding her things and reassuring her before he had went to Casa Amor. So she had every right to be upset, and plus it came across as though he was lying. So of course, you know, there were some moments when they were both going back and forth. She was kind of arguing with him on that. And people like Laura Whitmore were calling her aggressive, or not in those words, but like calling her feisty, of that nature. A lot of tweets talking about how she overreacted. Or, for instance, when Aaron came out of nowhere and decided to address Kaz and Tyler for voting them being like the least compatible couple. Basically, and she was defending herself, you know, because he kept interrupting her every 5 seconds. So she, you know, was defending herself. He screamed at her, so guess what? She screamed back. However, she was labeled as aggressive. People continue to call her feisty. That was what people labeled her as. Yet none of this happened to Faye. Faye, who literally verbally abused Teddy, but no one blinks an eye. Everyone totally forgave that instance, and look, she made it to 3rd place and Kaz made it to 4th place. I just found that very extremely funny and not surprising in the slightest. I also want to talk about the news outlets who totally disregard the fact that Kaz and Tyler were in the finals. They don't even try to hide their racism. At this point, you have to see, hey, this is an issue. You have to realize that there is an issue going on right now and that the UK media is very racist. Sunday Mirror, I believe, they literally listed out 4 of the finals, right? 4 of the finalists. Why did they include Jake and Liberty, but not Kaz and Tyler? It was no secret that Jake and Liberty were 1, broken up, and 2, they left. So they weren't in the finals. Why? How did they make that mistake? How was that a mistake? They just totally forgot all about Kaz and Tyler, who are clearly in the finals, who have made history being the first black couple to make the UK finals. I wonder how they did that. I truly wonder how they did that. It's just like it's just, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and they have an agenda to erase Kaz. And it's not even just Tyler, because we've all seen black men reach the finals. Teddy reached the finals. Marcel's reached the finals season 3. Like, we've seen black men reach the finals many times. Black men, mixed race men. However, this is our first time seeing a black woman reach the finals. So, of course, what do they want to do? They don't want to show black women being able to fall in love, to find love. So, of course, they do everything to try to erase that. And it's disgusting. And there was also another magazine cover. I don't even remember what the stupid magazine is called. But they literally leave Kaz and Tyler off the cover of the magazine. Not only do they do that, they literally make Teddy look light-skinned. They made Teddy the same skin color as Liam. They made all of them the same skin color as white, as though they're all white. And then they leave Kaz and Tyler off the cover. We all know that they're finalists. So it's just that at this point, you're doing this because you're just racist. I'm sorry. I know it's not good to throw the word around. However, like, are we missing something here? Are we missing something here? Like, it's just so obvious. You know, and it's just disgusting at this point. It's disgusting. That being said, blah blah blah, talked about all this. I don't want to see any more black women come on the show. Honestly, the show is fine without it. You know, black women, they can have another reality show they go on. There has to be another one. Somebody got to produce another Love Island for black people specifically, or all the black people from the UK just go to try out for Nigeria's Love Island, because it's just not worth the stress. It's not worth the disrespect. We're not even going to talk about the Instagram followers, child, but we knew that was going to happen. We knew that was going to happen. Everyone, I'm seeing everyone now at like over 900K, over 1 million now. Kaz still at 700K. Tyler just made it to 100K. Like, the UK media is just, they clearly did not want a black couple to win. It's the fact that we had at least one speck of black in each of the finalist couples, yet Millie and Liam still won. You know? And Toby's mixed race. Teddy is black. Tyler is black. Kaz is a black woman. Like, there were black men in 3 out of 4 of the couples, and of course, you know, Millie and Liam come on top. Like, the UK really did not want to see any sort of black win. Just like last season, to be quite honest. Shanice and Luke T, literally, they should have won. Like, it was obvious. They were the winners of that season, but they didn't win. There's no surprise. And it's kind of like, I wonder why Shanice and Luke T didn't win. Just like how I wonder why Chloe and Toby didn't win. If there's a speck of black in the finalists, they're not about to win. They're not about to win. And you see this. You literally see it. It's like not even hidden. And I feel like people who deny the fact that the UK media, when they cover Love Island, is super racist, they are lying to themselves. They're lying to themselves. They're lying to you if they deny it. Because the facts are here. They're right in front of our face. And yeah, anyways, that was my little rant. I kind of just wanted to address that because I'm really fed up. I've had enough. I really hope that Kaz distances herself from this show. She does her last little interviews afterwards. Bye. Good riddance. I don't want her mentioning Love Island anymore. Because just racist. I've had enough. And then I saw, like, the other day, their reasoning for not having LGBTQ people on the show. It was just something like they wouldn't fit in the show. And I'm like, didn't y'all have bi women on the show once in season 2? It was perfectly fine. No one, it was not that serious. Like, everyone was like, all right, great. How wouldn't it fit? I'm very confused. How wouldn't it fit the show? It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Yeah, Love Island is just very problematic and it's really getting me tight. I don't know. It sucks because I just really love this show, but the producers, the UK is just really disgusting towards black women. I don't understand. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about whatever I just said or addressed in the comments below. And please, just so you guys know, because some people clearly don't know, this is my opinion at the end of the day. This is my YouTube, so I can say whatever I want because it's my opinion at the end of the day. It's very obvious what we're seeing here, so at least like open your mind a little bit and see what I'm actually talking about, and understand that I am a black woman talking about this issue, okay? Make sure you just understand that this is coming from a black woman's perspective watching this show, and you cannot tell me how to feel about this. Is how I feel when watching this show, watching how the media treats her. But anyways, yeah, leave your comments below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel for more Love Island content, and let me know what else you'd like me to address in my next video, in future videos. And yeah, if you like my edges, please leave a comment below. Because you know me, I never like try to dress up for my videos, but this time I was like, let me actually look a little better than I usually do, because I really don't be trying. It's really bad. By the way, shout out to tiffanyferg for featuring my black women analysis video in her reality TV video. I truly appreciate it. I was just watching that video willy-nilly because I subscribed to her and I just saw my video pop up, and that really meant a lot to me as a small YouTuber. So it was just really nice to see. And I love the support, so thank you so much. And guys, make sure you check out her internet analysis videos because she makes great internet analysis videos. So thank you for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!